Welcome to the Weege Show, brought to you by Honda and the CRF 450R, like one right there. Watch for that barrier there, Justin Cooper. Yeah, press day. We just get lucky. I just want to explain to you folks, if you don't know how press day works, it's not every rider every week. Every rider wishes they could be here every week, because who wouldn't want to show up a couple of hours earlier on a Friday and get to ride parts of the track? Everybody wants to be here, so to make it fair, everybody only gets to do a few. Otherwise, we'd have 100 bikes on the track every Friday afternoon. Just so lucky out that this guy right here, you might know him, Eli Tomac. That was a weirdo Eli race last week. Not the full-on weirdo, not the full-on of the past, where it was a disaster for his championship hopes, but it was subpar. I don't think I'm telling any stories that cool, and I know that because I literally approached Eli with that question earlier, and I'll tell you what he said right now. But if you want to watch the full interview, pretty cool. I get to be part of the Race Day Live crew this weekend. So watch practice and qualifying. I believe it's at 11:30 West on Saturday. Stand behind this berm, which is quite scary. So I had the full interview with Eli, and you can watch it on Race Day Live, and he took it on the chin. He said, really, I just wasn't comfortable, and I know people hate hearing that comfort word because it doesn't really mean anything to anybody, but just something about the conditions. The dirt was weird. You know, it had rain between qualifying, where he felt totally fine, and the night show. And he said even doing the hot lap in opening ceremony, he felt like he was riding on peanut butter. It was so slick. That's what Tomac said. The dirt felt like peanut butter, and he just never pushed it. He never rode out of his comfort zone. He's not sick. He's not hurt. But maybe they did learn something about the new motorcycle. So I then asked Eli, you know, you win the first 2 rounds on a brand new bike, and let's be honest, Eli, you're not known for winning the Oakland. You never have before. We get an unrealistic idea of like, oh, Eli and the new bike are 100% super dialed, and maybe just like any other year, the first 2 rounds are kind of weird, and you really don't know what you have until 3 or 4 or 5 races in. And he said maybe the Anaheim 1 conditions he felt were really odd for Anaheim 1 due to all the rain. It was more of an East Coast style track. So they are still learning the motorcycle. But also, huge credit to Eli Tomac for saying this. He talked about the bike, he talked about the dirt, he talked about the conditions, but then he said, or maybe I just rode bad. Maybe I just rode bad. That's really cool to have that kind of honesty. So let's reset as we get ready for racing in Oakland. Of course, you have Tomac, that 5th. Momentum now, Cooper Webb finally getting a victory. And the other person that we want to talk about is Sexton over there on that beautiful CRF 450R. Our show is brought to you by the 450R and the 250R from Honda. Point and shoot handling, track tune suspension, and the kind of low end torque that gets you out of corners and the next obstacle fast, and gets you the checkered flag even faster. So come celebrate and hop on the brand that's been dominating off-road for more than 50 years. Go to your local Power Sports Honda dealer and check out the CRF 450R and 250R. On the 250 side, we've woken up the dormant 250 Supercross West Division. So you'll have Colt Nichols on the 450. Oh, he lies down. First time I've ever gotten a scoop here. I'm like a real videographer. Weege Show breaking the news that Tomac has fallen in practice. Wow, how about that? I'm like a real video guy now. Eat it, Tom Jordan. Hey, Align Media, if you want the scoop of a guy going down on camera, I got it. You got it? I got it. I got it. Everybody, good job. Good job. Sorry. I'm just hitting all the scoops. Anyway, we've broken up the dormant 250 Supercross East. You know, they're all chasing Jet Lawrence in its division. The time off really helped a couple of guys because Cameron McIndoe and RJ Hampshire definitely took a beating at the Triple Crown the last time West raced at Anaheim. That time off will do them well. They'll be back here. I talked to Pierce Brown. Pierce Brown, remember, crashed in the heat race at Anaheim 1. I asked him, do you think anybody benefited from Oakland having a delay and getting a week off after Anaheim 1 more than you? He said no. His backside, Pierce Brown, hurt so much he could not even sit on the couch. And he would have tried to tough out Oakland if they had it a week after Anaheim. Luckily they didn't. And he still was sore a little bit at the last couple of rounds. So Pierce now feels 100% for the first time this year since the crash at Anaheim 1. So a little rejuvenation momentum's starting to flow on that star Yamaha team. Tomac's okay, so he's back on track. Let's look at this guy. I'll walk away so it'll get quieter. So Justin Cooper, everybody. I have been ready and primed for a rant all year long. Why is Justin Cooper not given a full-time 450 ride? I think people have been sleeping on the skills and the talent of Justin Cooper. There's so much Lawrence brother talk in the 250 class. Justin Cooper, I said this multiple times on this show, has been good in pretty much every race he's ever been in healthy. And he's gone toe-to-toe with both Lawrence brothers. There's so little hype for Justin Cooper, and I thought it was disrespectful that he didn't get the full 17 rounds. Oh, it's whip time. Practice is over. Or should I say press day, first ride. 250s will be out in a second. Anyway, talking to Jeremy Coker, who's the team manager for Monster Yamaha Star Racing this morning, he said that's actually Cooper's decision. They would have put him on a bike for all 17 rounds if he wanted. He really wants to win the 250 National Championship. So for him, the most important thing is to get a lot of testing time on the motorcycle. So he's gonna race now through Daytona. He wasn't even supposed to race here. That was a last-second decision because Dylan Ferrandis is still out with a concussion. But he was gonna race Dallas and Daytona, and he's gonna give himself 2 months of outdoor testing to really get the bike where he wants it, and his goal is 250 outdoors. Now, what's interesting about that team is there is not even a guarantee next year that they would have a 450 slot for him. Ferrandis should be back, and we don't know exactly what the future plans are for Eli Tomac. I know he said Supercross only a lot. We know it would seemingly be over in May for him, but he's been riding well, he's been having a good time. Look, if you're the Star Yamaha team, you want to leave the door open if Tomac wants to come back. Why wouldn't you? He's one of the all-time best in the sport, and he's great even right now. Why not try to get him to race even more? If Tomac wants to keep going, and I have no confirmation that he does, but certainly they want to keep that open, so they can't just go to Cooper right now and just say like, yeah, Eli, we know he won't be racing, and you're our guy. He could be back. We'll see. But it gets to be a bit of an audition. Let's say Cooper does rip on the 250 outdoors like he normally does and racks up a couple of good 450 finishes like he's already been doing. Maybe that'll remind everybody of what a hot prospect Justin Cooper as a free agent in this sport should be. Or, knowing Star Racing, Bobby Regan will probably just dip back into the cookie jar of change and find a way to pay him a lot of money to be a third 450 guy last year. I would not rule that out. That team does not leave race wins on the shop floor. 250s are now out on the track. I mentioned at the top of the show the momentum now for Cooper Webb. Really fun if you watch our SMX Insider show with myself and Daniel Blair this week. Really talked about how you can make an easy case for, there was an easy case right there on that double. You can make an easy case for Sexton, Webb, and Tomac as the champion this year. They all have strengths, they all have weaknesses. I mean, Tomac doesn't have many, but then we finally saw one, a bad race at Tampa. It can still happen. We thought those were out of the system. If we know that's in play, Tomac's not going to go 17-0 like it looked like after the first 2 rounds. We know Sexton's strength is speed. We know Webb's strength is the late race craftiness. They put that on display. We know we're getting the vintage Webb this year, the good Webb, not last year's Webb. And I know it's so tempting to brand Sexton as he doesn't know how to get it done when it counts. He chokes late in the races, or he doesn't have it late in the races, whatever you want to call it. But you have to remember, this dude is 97, 98% of the way there to being able to handle Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb. He's so close. Ow. So close so far. Sexton has been the fastest in every qualifying session in the last few races. He's had the fastest lap times of the main, and he's not yard selling it, right? He's not finishing 17th and getting hurt. He's 2 points out. You have to at least believe there is a world where Sexton finally nails one of these down, figures out all the pieces, and he's just unstoppable. It's a possibility. There is a world where this goes 2019, 2021 on us, and Cooper Webb just keeps putting you in the matrix every week and putting out math formulas and equations in the final laps that no one can answer. And they're like, how did this guy beat me? I was faster. And there's certainly a world where Eli Tomac just goes beast mode and whoops up on everybody, like he was in the first 2 rounds this year and like he did throughout 2022. You have to love a scenario where you have multiple riders that could make a case 5 rounds in where, yeah, this could be mine. That is awesome. Now the scariest moment in Supercross, walking on the blind backside of a berm. I don't hear any motorcycles, so I'm gonna cross. So I appreciate being able to come out here at press day. The only thing I hope is that all this audio, you can actually hear what in the living hell I've been saying. Anyway, thanks to that motorcycle right there, the Honda CRF 450R and the CRF 250R. Watch race day live. I'll be on in the afternoon. Myself and Justin Brayton, who will be our analyst. We're finally on the same broadcast together. The whole world, all this stuff that's happened in the world over the last, what, million years that human beings have been on the planet, it has all been built around this moment when Justin Brayton and I get to be part of the same show at the same time together. This is the peak of human existence, everyone. Watch Race Day live on Peacock tomorrow afternoon from Oakland. And thanks for watching the video.